On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing.
Jesus.
She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
Come on, don't be like that. Wait, she couldn't have blamed Grandma for this.
I wish we'd stayed.
Well, he was really looking for his
But I
brother.
understand why we left.
Nice. Edith.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Hmm. Yeah, this house probably broke her after everything that happened. Oh no, that's Dad. Sanjay. I was gonna ask if that was Milton, but no. Not Milton, Lewis.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
Wait.
Maybe it should have come sooner.
Okay. Sorry, I just had a weird theory, but it doesn't make any sense. Because we're retelling what happened. And this is us in the past.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Okay. We still don't know anything about Mom or Grandma Edith. Oh, there's the things. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Whoa. Oh, that's sad. Okay. Sorry, I had my hands away from the keyboard. Wait.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word.
Right, where were Edith?
Until
Duh.
supper, when she raised her glass and said,
To our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are
Edith,
very
I
specific.
left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it?
Wait.
The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our
I'm
last...
not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Wait, where does she live it? Sorry, I was focused on something else. Because I keep forgetting Grandma isn't Grandma, she's Great-Grandma. I keep forgetting that.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles.
I think? I'm so confused. Oh, it's the house.
When my mom sailed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or
Oh, we're
had a
tiny.
key to it.
Okay. I didn't know about the other entrance. Again, the bottles everywhere really made me think there was gonna be some alcoholism involved. I mean, there was substance abuse, but
The thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories.
what?
it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
How could the... Is it because they were searching for a story that they died? Or like trying to figure out what happened with the other ones that they started dying?
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
How would they die because of the stories? I don't know, Jimmy. Maybe play the fucking game. Huh. Here we go. This is Edith Sr. Also, before I do anything, just so I figured this shit out. So, that one. And then she and Sven, they had all of these? And then Sven and Kay had Gus and Gregory. And Dawn. Okay, so these... Or not these. These had all of these guys, I'm guessing. So it wasn't just Sam and Calvin. These were all... our... Okay. So yeah. She's our great-grandma. And Sam and Kay are... Okay, because I keep getting that confused. And I was like, what the fuck?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you.
Okay.
But there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
That's how Dad died? No, Dad died of... How'd Dad die again?
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
We're going.
There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years.
That's...
God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life.
Okay.
But
So
I
this
never
isn't...
thought I'd go back to it.
So, okay, so Grandma's stories are bullshit, I'm guessing. Or a lot of them are.
When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Hey, no, fuck! But we have the light.
I got turned around.
You didn't.
I started seeing things.
Hey, bitch. Stop following me.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me.
What?
Or maybe I came back to them.
Does Grandma have Alzheimer?
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
What?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
You let go.
I kicked
God.
and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
God damn it, Mom. Oh, and we're going back so we can read the rest?
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
No! Nanny!
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
So we're going back to learn what happened?
After that, we moved around a lot. We both
There we
tried
go.
to make the best of it. A few years went by.
And Nan died. Ooh. Pretty.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. It
Hey.
must happen pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you.
Milton?
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes.
Maybe a half sibling?
Appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
I'm sorry I'm not saying much, but what the fuck is going on?
This journal was supposed to be for you,
Oh, the baby, right, she's pregnant.
but now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now,
Oh,
things
no.
didn't work out that way.
No.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
What in the fucking... Oh no. It was inspired by something. Yep. Yep. Jesus, what a beautiful game. Sorry if I swore a lot. Finish all stories. I'm sorry if I swore a lot and that's not your thing. I just do that. I have a sailor's mouth. Again, I grew up surrounded by the sea. We're sailor mouths, alright? It's how we do. So I'm sorry if you're watching this channel for the first time and I swear a lot. Oh. That's sad. Man, I don't even know what to say. Jesus. Hey, Editing Jimmy here. So this was the reason why I'm overdubbing this part is because I didn't really have much to say about the game. While the game is very interesting and it does tell an interesting story. That was me getting an achievement for seeing Johan's name in the credits. While the game is very interesting, it does have a very interesting story, and visually it's gorgeous, music is phenomenal, the gameplay is simple, but it keeps changing, which is very, very nice game design. To have just a story game that keeps changing the way you play it, it's very nice. And I think it is the same team that made Unfinished Swan. When I was in Milton's room, I said something about Unfinished Swan when we were going through the flipbook, and it is the same team apparently. And Milton is the king from Unfinished Swan, so there we go. They're kind of connected in that way. But I didn't have much to say at the end of... Sorry, voice crack. Jesus. I didn't have much to say at the end here. I just kept repeating the same thing over and over because while the game is interesting, I feel like I wish there was a definitive... I'm not a super big fan of open-ended games. I guess this wasn't open-ended, but the questions you have about the game, as you're playing a game, you're going to have questions. And when you get to the end, you expect the questions to be answered, even if they are sort of open-ended. But this one wasn't. The question you have throughout the game is never answered. And the question you have is, what is the curse? I've seen theories, but the theories don't really make that much sense because it's like, oh, anytime they try to overachieve or anytime they try to, pursue something, they died. But that's not the case at all. Because if you look at Molly didn't do anything. Molly was just a child. And then there's the other thing of like, oh, the curse is neglect. What? Because of Molly's situation, it was neglect. Maybe the curse is that they all die because of like, what are they called? The human. It's a thing in Bleach. It's like the espadas, the main bad guys in Bleach from Hueco Mundo. They all represent a human negative emotion that is also how a person dies, like depression, nihilism, things like that. Anger, pride, things that drive humans to dying. And maybe that's what the game is going for, but having it be so open-ended and not giving an actual... like a conclusion to what is the curse. Like, I feel like it's a bit meh. And again, with Edith dying right there at the end from childbirth, it was again just sort of like, oh, I guess I don't know. I felt like the end was a little weak for the rest of the game, which was incredible. It was a very nice storytelling game, very interesting. It's just that to have such an epic adventure, right? And then get to the end, and it's just like, what breaks the curse? What makes the curse continue? Is it telling the stories? Because if so, then Christopher, I think his name is gonna die as well. Like, what? That's what we want, right? We want the answer to what is the curse, and it's never answered. And then I think the game just kind of falls flat on its face because of that. By the end, not the whole game. The entire game is great. I think it is a very interesting... Again, from a technical standpoint, it's fantastic. Storytelling, what's it called? The pacing is very good. The writing is really nice. The writing is very nice. The visuals are gorgeous. The gameplay is very, very good. The music is fantastic. And then you just get to the end, and you're expecting all of this to culminate into something and get answers. I know I'm just repeating what I said, but you expect to get answers, and you don't. It just kind of ends like that. God damn it, what's wrong with my fucking throat? Damn it. It just sort of ends like that. And, yeah, I guess that's what I have to say. While the game is fantastic, it's... the ending really... kind of, I don't want to say ruins it, but kind of leaves you being like, maybe maybe you could have given us something else, like just a little more, like again, make it open-ended, right? Make it like a bittersweet ending where you're sort of like, oh, okay, so that's what happened. I mean, it sucks, but at least now we know what's going on. But no, you don't get that. I don't know. I seriously don't know. I don't have again. I don't have much I can say about it. It's just it's very open-ended. But yeah, I guess that's what I have to say about it. Let's just get into into my final words about the game from the video. But other than that, I really don't have much to say. While the game is interesting, the ending kind of almost ruined it for me. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to leave it there. This game was great, and there's other games on my channel if you want to check those out. If you want to recommend more games like this, maybe even more, you know, heartbreaking than this, if you can even manage to find something like that, please, I'm more than welcome. Or you're more than welcome? What? Yeah, no, your opinion is more than welcome. My English is not good today. But thank you very much for being there. If you did enjoy this, please leave a like. If you are enjoying the channel, please comment. Yeah, please comment. What the fuck? If you are enjoying the channel, please subscribe. And comment down below what else you'd like to see me play or do. Doesn't have to necessarily be games, but this is a more game-oriented channel. Yeah, and again, comment other games that you'd like to see me play. Hopefully more in this vibe. But I guess that's about it. I guess I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Goodbye.